Hello, and welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Ghosts. Today, we're not really going to review anything because I'm reviewed out. There's so much other things to talk about than just reviewing anyway. So, what we thought we would
Yes.
talk about some of the stuff that we have seen on Twitter or X, formerly the Twitter thing. And yeah, we've seen some really interesting things come through. And one
Right.
of the things we have we've reviewed them, Blood Moon Paranormal, and they're actually quite awesome. The fellow who runs the account puts out sometimes some very thought-provoking things. So
Huh.
we thought we would talk about some of those things. So one
Yes.
of the first things I just got to find. Oh, look at that! I get a happy birthday thing, balloons and everything. Look at that!
Woohoo.
I know.
Yeah. There we
So
go.
I'm just gonna go back to shut up. So one of the first things, now it's not a question that they put out, it's that somebody else put out, they responded to. So then, of course, if you're following somebody, you see their responses and stuff.
Right.
So one of the things that this person asked is, what's a paranormal device that you 100% or so do not believe works at all for investigations? So there was a few comments in here, and Wolf Paranormal, actually, this group, whom we follow as well,
Right.
and said Ouija boards. What is your take on Ouija boards for investigations?
Well, my take is they're no different than an ovulus because you're asking the questions and hoping to get an answer. So that's my take on that.
True, but how does the planchette move? Right?
Well, you got to put your fingers on it, you know.
I know that, but whose energy is moving it then? See, I believe, and I've talked about the Ouija boards in the past. I do believe that that they are a portal to another realm that we don't want anything to do with. I do believe that. Do I believe that they're good for investigations? No. And
No.
the reason that I don't like them is because they're often not used properly.
Right.
And most of the time, these people that use them, it's for the ooga booga effect. Oh,
Yeah.
it's scary. Oh,
Yeah.
Zozo, all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so I don't like them. Period. Anyway, um,
Right.
I just don't. Now, somebody else here says, curious about this one. I've seen some people's lives get really effed up after using these. And
Right.
she asks, what's your theory? This is a lady named Shannon King. And Wolf comes back and says, probably came from something else. I've used them plenty of times in some extremely active locations. Nothing has ever happened. I even have one sitting out in the open on the table in front of my TV. Just a Hollywood prop, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
He's wrong.
Right.
Yes, things happen because of other things in your life. Absolutely. It could also be amplified because of your use of a Ouija board.
Right.
I don't believe they're toys. I don't believe they're toys, but I believe they've been used that way, and that's a problem.
Yeah. I agree 100% there.
That's it. At Buttered Catlow says your mind needs to be open enough for them, and your senses concentrated on the planchette and the energy. It's intimate. The Ouija board is how I was formally introduced to my demons. It called me to it. It all works if you believe it does.
Well, that's mind over matter.
Could be.
I
And this
believe.
other person, 99 Bytes, says, good question. I think a house plant could work if enough people focusing their energy attribute what they believe is a success to it, or any other object, belief, spell, etc.
Right.
Now, okay. Now, getting away from the Ouija board, someone else who things that they say doesn't work is pendulums. They operate under ideomotor response and are absolutely unreliable in an investigation. Spirits
I
and ghosts aren't.
believe that.
Yeah, he says spirits and ghosts aren't moving them unless you maybe hang one from over a flat surface where there's no vibration, movement, airflow, etc. If you
Yeah,
hold it, it's you, not a ghost. And I
yeah,
totally believe that. Totally, I
yeah.
don't believe in pendulum.
No,
So yeah, that was a good one. I really enjoyed that particular question and some of the people's responses. Oh, there go the
yeah.
balloons again. Every time I change it, I get these because it's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Uh, yeah, happy birthday, old gal.
Hmm.
Okay, now Blood Moon, who also put out some really thought-provoking questions, asks this question: do you believe in demons?
Well, I do. Yeah, I do. I've talked with one, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
we have.
believe in demons.
Yeah, and we have that story of your demon on the bus, which is really kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Um, this one person says, "Who doesn't?" And Blood Moon comes back and says, "There's plenty of people who don't." To be honest, I'm one of them. It's a matter of personal beliefs and opinion. Yeah, I said, yes, it's from personal experience, but I think it is important to point out that not all bad ghosts are demons, like they try to say on some of those TV shows. Sometimes they're just shitty human beings in life, which makes them shitty spirits in death. That doesn't make them a demon. It just means they're
yeah,
shitty and nasty.
exactly.
This person named Tillman says, yes, but I believe it's rare to encounter one. Absolutely correct. And unlike what is seen on YouTube, they never tip their hand as to their true nature.
No,
Absolutely spot on. Spot on.
yeah,
Because they don't want you to kind of be able to get rid of them before they've finished doing whatever they're doing.
yeah. Oh, that's true.
Somebody else, this person's called Finding the Spectre. This is FTS Paranormal. And they said, I do, but I believe they have better things to do than mess with humans.
Yeah,
That's possible too. I think when they mess with humans, it's because humans have crossed their path somehow. And then it becomes entertaining.
yes, yeah,
But I think it's because a human has crossed their path. I mean, who knows what they're really here for? Nobody knows. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, it's so they can steal your soul." Well, what are they going to do with it? What are they going to do
yeah.
with your soul? Take it back to Satan? Maybe, I don't know. And I don't care. I don't want to know.
Myself, I think when you're in a time of crisis or anything that you're up and down, and I think that it's an invitation for them to come to you, not
Mhm.
to not to exploit you or you know
Yeah,
yeah
for whatever
I
their agenda is.
yeah but
Like I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't think they're here to take over somebody's soul like in the movies. It's this
Yeah, but what
it's
are
not.
they here for then?
Yeah.
What are
Well,
they here for then? And that's the thing, right? That's the
yeah,
thing. What are they here for then? I just
yeah,
know from my personal experiences, which taps in with the Ouija board, that I know that they're there. I know that they're scary, and I don't want anything to do with them. Mm-mm,
yeah,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
yeah,
Most people do believe that demons exist, but there's a little uncertainty about them.
yeah.
This one, Jason is spooky. He puts a meme out that says, "I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious."
Yeah,
So a little bit of a believer.
yeah,
So that one was good. I liked that.
yeah.
Let's see. There's always stuff on here. Have you seen anything interesting?
I have not,
Mm.
to be totally honest. You've kind of said the ones that I was going to talk about. So
Well, apparently it's really popular.
Yes. Yeah.
Really popular. Nick Groff just posted something recently, and he says, "What do you want to know from the other side?" What would you want to know from the other side? And most people here were saying they'd like to know how their dead relatives and friends are, what state their existence is in. Mostly it's about wanting to know family. Family is okay.
Yeah. You know, I'm a strong believer that everybody's got their own heaven. You know, whether you spend it in the bar or you spend it cooking, or you heaven is, I think, your happy place.
Could be.
You know, if you're
I like to think that. I'd like to think that, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to think that. Let's see what else is in the social media stuff. I follow a lot of interesting stuff, so let me get away from some of this other stuff. I follow an account named Satan.
Oh,
he's funny.
Oh, pickles. Shh.
Yeah.
Like you're
okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, no, we're not going to get into politics. Oh, here's a person that says, well, he's got some program coming up. They're going to use human remains to summon the spirit of this particular person. What went wrong? Did we open a portal to something truly evil? That's gross. That's gross. Basically, it's probably like their skull or something. I don't want to talk about that. That's just ugly.
But I bet you he's going to have 100,000 people wanting to watch it, you know.
Oh, you know, I just don't get some of these YouTubers. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I do not get what some of these YouTubers are doing. I just, yeah. Let me just go back.
Leave the dead alone.
Yeah. You know, that is one thing I don't like doing is, and I know that Dalen Spratt has made a whole thing out of investigating in some of these cemeteries, but
well, you know,
I don't
mind what he does, because if
I don't
there's
mind
something
what he does,
that wants to talk to him, they're going to talk to him. But I don't see him, you know, going hanging over the grave and poking at it and say, "Hey, come on." You know,
that's true. He doesn't do that. He's very respectful. Very respectful.
So, you know, I don't have a problem with that. I personally don't like going to the graveyards because, you know, I've seen enough stuff on my own without, you know. And the older I get, the stronger it becomes, and
you're just honing those skills. That's all. You're just honing those skills. Let's see what else. Oh, have you watched any of the new Project Fear stuff yet?
No, just just stuff that we watched. You know.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. I've been waiting. I mean, they've done the Valeska Axe Murder House and Hinsdale House since we last talked about the Cody Satori thing.
I just, you know, those two houses got so many people going in and out, and it's like the Conjuring House. There's so many people going in and out, you know. It's gonna be a powder keg. One day it's gonna blow up. You know?
Yeah, you know, some of these sites, yes, they're notoriously haunted.
Yeah.
But I believe they are notoriously haunted more so than they ever were because of all the investigators that have been plodding through. They're not just investigators, but tourists, and
Yeah.
everybody comes with their own energy. Who was it that said this is like a layered cake? We were talking about the Conjuring house. I forget who that was. That is like a layered cake where everybody brings their energy. I think it was the Ghost Brothers. Yeah, it was the Ghost Brothers, where they said everybody brings their energy and more energy and more energy, and before you know it, it's like all these layers of hauntings.
Yeah.
That people have brought with them.
It's like with the rake. There was nothing going back, and some program, I don't know if it was Supernatural or one of those things, decided, well, we're running out of demons to, hunt on TV. We'll make something up. And they made up this rake kind. And now it's a real thing. How can that happen?
Do you know, I am not as big of a fan of the Dead Files as I used to be. I used to really like it when it first came on, but then Amy always had all these weird things.
Yeah.
Coming out, you know what I mean? Like all this really weird stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the things that she said is how, and I'll never forget, because she alluded to it many times, people can manifest these glumpy balls of energy, for lack of a better word, that turn into a poltergeist.
Yeah.
I believe that. I totally believe that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what's happening in some of these places.
Yeah.
Where people go over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
They're manifesting the entity.
Oh, yeah. By far. I agree with that.
Or something. Yeah. Yeah. So I would really like to see some of these places, especially these big teams, Project Fear. I'd love to see more Ghost Brothers stuff, but at places that are not so investigated to death, you know? I would like that. That was one of the things I really liked about the Ghost Brothers and all the things that they did. They went out to people's houses, real people with real problems.
Right.
They didn't always solve their issues, but they also often put them on the right path.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see more of. I don't see, and with Project Fear, the whole thing is not about ghosts, and that gets lost in the shuffle. It isn't about ghosts. It's about fear.
Yeah.
And what makes you more afraid than the unknown?
Yeah.
So I would like to see them doing other things. There are other ways to get afraid. There are other things you can do. There's those supposedly haunted woods. There's, I don't know, there's just lots of places that are scary, things that are scary, that they don't have to be haunted to be scary. So I would love to see other stuff. Quite frankly, going to an old haunted jail or whatever, that doesn't scare me. I'm sorry. It's haunted. Yeah, I know it's haunted. Big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not going to scare me.
Yeah.
So I would like to see, I would really like to see if they are going to continue on their road trips, other things, not just the same old things. I'd like to see different places. If they want to stick with haunted stuff, there's plenty of places in the States that are haunted, plenty of places in Europe, lots of haunted places that haven't been done to death.
Yeah.
So I'm just tired of some of them.
And that's just the thing. Everybody's gone to Hinsdale House and everybody's gone here. But, there's 1,000 times the ghosts in Great Britain and Scotland and Ireland and, France and Germany. And so, with their road trip, they were going to do, an international. I've never seen an international.
Didn't they do one last?
No.
Or is that one coming up? I think they were going to do two local ones, and then the third one is going to be international. So that'll be next season.
Yeah, but what happened?
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. I thought they were going to do one last year.
No, it was, first of all, there was going to be 2 local road trips. So this is the second one. And then the third one is supposed to be international.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But it
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter. But, the U.S. and look at all the places up here that are haunted. There's, tons of them.
Well, unfortunately, with Canada, we tend to tear down old houses and rebuild on the site.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have that same ambiance as you do in the States, where they'll just leave an abandoned property there. And, same
Yeah.
as, I don't know, Canada's got a whole different mindset when it comes to stuff like that. They'll just tear it down. And I find that really sad, because, some of these
When I was going by the tavern
places
the other day,
Mhm.
when I was out shopping, I swore I seen somebody in the window.
Upstairs?
Yeah. And there's no,
Yeah.
and there's no one up there, but I seen the face in the window.
I wouldn't be surprised, because how long has it been since anybody's been up there? I don't even know if the floors are safe.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go up there.
I don't know if they are yet. Yeah. So that community that we live in is very old.
Yeah.
Lots of history there, and a lot of old buildings that have been converted to new buildings. Like, there's still, the essence of them is still there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I was just going to say that. I was going to say off the air, but I figured I'd share.
That's okay. That's all right.
And my ghost buddy next door is active again, and
it's spring. He's out doing his thing in the garden, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Or whatever he's doing. Is he still muttering about somebody stealing his stuff?
Oh yeah. He's a bitter guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he really was, and he was.
I hear him
to his wife
cursing, and and he.
I've never seen him. Yeah, I've never seen him. I'm fortunate that way. I see the little old lady who used to live in our house.
Yeah,
she's one I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. So yeah, what started out as a discussion on some of our social media stuff morphed into something else, which it often does. Anyway,
Yes.
folks, please, if you have comments, we would love to hear them. We actually have, I should probably swing over and see if there's any new stuff over there on our YouTube channel. Now, on our YouTube channel, it is all audio. We don't have, well, there's a few clips and things there, but our podcast is just as you're hearing it on Spotify. It's all audio. But people can leave messages there, which is cool. I like that. Let me just go to the latest comment. There were some comments. There are people that really think we're out to get Dalen. I get so many comments and things about people that are, what are you saying about Dalen? Oh, he's our leader. And okay, that's great. I said, he's awesome. We like him too. And somebody else forwarding our site to Dalen so that he can check it out, I guess. I found this one. Yeah, okay, but that doesn't, we have never said anything bad about him. We actually like him. No. And we refer to some of his experiments quite often because we really trust them. So, Yeah, there's a lot of comments about that Cody Satori story that we've been following. And there is a lot more on social media about that. We'll take a look perhaps next time and do an update on that.
Yeah.
So there's one person, when I said that, when Satori says, I think we're traumatizing people. This one person, Susanna, says, I think that the we're traumatizing people was totally fake and said as part of a damage control attempt, which they failed, which is an interesting take on it.
Well,
however,
I said the same thing.
However, she said that before it all blew up. That was my thing. The whole scam thing didn't come until after that was filmed.
Yeah.
So I still think she knows what she's doing. I still say she knows what she's doing. And she's so far into it now, she hasn't got a choice. That's what I think. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, she's up to her ankles in
Her-
the muck. And, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So folks, yeah, you can certainly leave us a message on Spotify. We do have that. You can leave us a message on our X account or on our YouTube channel account. By all means, leave us a message somewhere. And you know, we're happy to share your information. We're happy to share your comments.
Wish the old lady happy birthday in your comments.
All right. Well, that's it for today. I'm not going to let him take over any more talking about how old I am. Let's just suffice it to say, I am
You
of legal
remember
age.
dirt.
Shut up. I do too. All right. Okay, everybody. Have a very good afternoon or evening wherever you are in this big wide world.
And have a happy hunting.
Happy haunting. Bye now.